Guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thanks for stopping by. My name is Linda and I love all things beauty, hair, makeup, all of that good stuff. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I get to make this wig which I have on. So if you want to see how I go about making this wig actually, then please keep on watching this video. And to actually make this wig, I use like 3 bundles of my 9A grade straight hair and a closure. The 3 bundles of hair were 22 inch, while the closure was actually like 20 inch. So guys, I'll just start by showing you guys like the list of the things you need when you're making your wig. So of course, when making your wig, you need a mannequin stand and a mannequin head. I like to use this mannequin head right here and stand when making my wigs. And then the next thing you would need when making your wig is of course your wig cap. I like to use this net wig cap because I find that it's easier, unlike when you're using like a dome cap. If you want to scratch your hair, you can easily just scratch your hair when you have like a wig cap such as this. So I like to use this wig cap right here for making my wigs. Then next of the other things you actually need when making your wigs are actually like pins. You're going to be needing curve needles. If you can get your hands on 2 or 3, 4 of these curve needles, that would be really nice. And I find that using curve needles is actually like, it makes the work easier compared to when you're actually like using like the good old straight needles. So curve needles are actually like easier and more like, it makes the work easier for you when you're making like your wigs. So the next thing you're also going to need are pins such as this, like T-pins, just to like pin down your closure to your mannequin head. Then of course you're also going to be needing rubber band just to like hold down your hair if there's need for. Probably after you've like sewed down your closure onto the mannequin head stand, you probably need like a rubber band or whatever it is you can lay your hands on, just to like wrap up the hair on the closure. And you're also going to be needing elastic bands such as this, just to ensure that your wig stays flat on your head. And what else? Razor blade and scissors could actually like also come in handy for when you're trying to like cut out parts you sewed, cut out the thread, and they actually also come in handy. And of course you're also going to be needing a wig, like a wig brush, a brush such as just like ensure that you brush your hair while you go along. And when making wigs that long in length, you want to be careful when you're like sewing it down, just so as to avoid like tangling and all of that. So guys, I think I've talked a whole lot. Let's just jump right into like the actual video itself. So if you want to see how I go about making this wig from start to finish, then let's just jump right into like the video itself. So guys, let's go. So as making this wig, I'm using 3 bundles of my 22-inch bundles and a 20-inch closure. So I'm just going to start by wearing the wig cap onto the mannequin head and also getting the closure. So in placing the closure, I tend to place the closure further away. I place it more forward than where the wig cap actually starts from, and then I pin it down right where I want the center of the wig to be, and then I just go around the closure just to ensure that I secure it right onto the wig cap. So after I'm done pinning down the closure, I'm just going to quickly get my curve needles, thread the needle and also tie it down at the end of the thread, and then I start to sew down the closure. So now I'm really satisfied with how well I've pinned down the closure to the hair. So I'm just going to quickly start to like sew down the closure onto the wig cap. So I'm just going to quickly go all around it. There's pretty no big deal about like the process of sewing. At least we all probably did like basic home economics while in preschool or secondary school. So sewing is pretty easy. The most important step is to achieve that Kim K like deep part look using the regular like 4x4 closure. You need to extend your closure forward. You need to extend it forward, more forward than where like the actual like wig cap starts from. So I'm also like securing the sides, like the overtly forwarded like part of the closure. I'm sewing it down, like as you can see, just to ensure that it is not like like it fly away. I'm just like sewing it down towards that like the sides. So after I'm done like sewing down the closure and all, this is what the closure looks like. Like it's really flat on the wig cap. I'm just going to quickly just, wrap that hair around and secure it down with an elastic band, just so that it doesn't interfere with when I'm sewing down the weft. So this is one of the bundles. You can see how long it is. This hair is so true to length, and the tracks are so long. Like it's actually like measuring like a 34, 35 multiplied by 2. That's like 37 actually. 37, that is more like it's 74-inch long. So I'm just trying to secure down the thread there, and then I'm going to start to sew down the weft onto the wig cap. This hair, I must say, is very, very true to length. Like I actually bought it like as a 22-inch, but when I measured this hair, what is actually like measuring is like what I measured was actually like 24 to 25-inch. So the hair is absolutely like very true to length. So I'm just carefully trying to sew down those tracks down onto the wig cap. And I'm starting like with I'm doing like one am I doing 2 bundles? I'm doing like 2 bundles together. I'm sewing down 2 bundles like at the bottom parts together. But if you don't want your hair to have that overtly bulky look at the bottom part, you could start by using just like one track, but you just keep on progressing. And when it gets to like the corners of the hair, you want to slightly extend the hair like upwards a bit, so that by the time you flip it over to turn it around, it's not bulky, it just falls flat onto the wig cap. So I'm just gonna keep on sewing down the tracks onto the wig cap. Take note, like this process it's not difficult. It's not a difficult process, but what I'll just say about the process of making a wig is that making a wig is actually like very, very time consuming. It requires a lot of patience. It requires you to be careful. It requires you to calculate. So I'll just keep on sewing down the tracks, and I'm also trying to extend it, as I said earlier, extend it upwards, so that by the time I flip the track over, it falls flat on the head, like without any like bumpy parts at all. So I'm just using that pin just to secure it down while I sew down that track. So I keep on doing that until I get to like the up parts of the, as I get down to where the weft will meet the closure. And the thing is, when sewing, when making a wig for hairs that is really, really long, you want to be careful. You want to have like your brush around, so that while you sew down the tracks, you carefully use your brush to just go through the hair, so that there's no tangling, or you're just trying to ensure that everything is really done neatly. So I just keep on going all around just to sew down all of the wefts, and let's keep going, guys. So guys, at this point right here, I've actually exhausted the second bundle. I'm going to start now to actually add the third bundle to continue with the sewing of this wig. And this right here is the third bundle of the 22-inch bundle. You can see, as I already said, this hair is very true to length. It's actually supposed to be 22-inch, but it's actually measuring a 24-inch. So I'm just going to start to sew from the point where we stopped. I'm just going to lift it upwards a bit to continue. And you want to be careful when sewing down your weaves, as I already said. You can see the reason why I have the brush around me, to always go through the tracks while I sew down the hair, so that I don't make the hair rough in the process. I just keep on adding that, sewing the hair all over until I get to the point where we get to meet the closure. So at the point where you're meeting your closure, you want to ensure that the sew in there is very flat. You want your hair to lay flat on your head. So if you're probably going with two of the bundle, if you're sewing down 2 tracks together, when you get to the upper part, I advise you just sew down a track. You can make the tracks very close to each other, but please just a track, so that the hair stays flat on your hair. The sewing is very flat on your head. So by the time you brush down the closure to cover the sewing, everything just lays flat and looks very effortless and very neat. So we keep on sewing all around that closure, just to ensure that it's all flat, as I already stated. Just keep on going, ensuring that your sewing is very neat. There are no bumps and all. We keep on going. So I'm just trying to ensure that I sew down that last wave very tightly. as close to the closure as possible, and then I quickly tied it down the thread and cut it off. So I'm just trying to, like, you know, just brush down the whole of the end. I'm trying to create my part using like a needle. So after I'm done, like, you know, parting the hair, I just like go my hands wet to flatten like the hair, just to ensure that those flyaways that were popping up just, like, you know, lays down flat. Or you could even choose to use a mousse. So I'm just going to use my hand dryer just to dry, get the hair completely dry as it was. So guys, next I'm just going to quickly flip that wig all around just so that I can cut out the wig cap, which is like obstructing the closure. I'm just using a razor blade just to cut it out. Then next I'm going to cut out the excess lace which is in front of the closure using that small scissors. When doing this, you want to be very careful so you don't end up cutting out the baby hairs that came with the closure. Just carefully cutting it out, and that's basically how it looks. I'm just trying to cut out that leftover lace right there. Guys, just to ensure that my wig stays flat on my head, I'm just going to be measuring my head from ear to ear and seeing what it measures, and I'm going to be taking out like 2 inches out of what I measure out. So it actually measures like a 9.5 inch. So I'm going to be taking out 2 inches. I'm going to be sewing down that elastic on the sides of the wig, and I'm just putting it on the parts where like my ear would be on like the wig, on the wig cap. I'm just securing the elastic on both sides right there, just so that when I wear the wig on my head, the wig stays very flat on my head. But then you could choose to skip that step if you probably are fine with the elastic that originally comes with the wig cap. But I like to use that elastic just so that the wig stays extra flat on my head. Even if I'm dancing, if I'm turning my hair all around, it still stays secured on my head. So guys, this is what my hair looks like. Just look at how beautiful this hair is. It's a 22 inch and it's almost like, you know, like my bum length. The hair is so beautiful. So guys, thanks so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed watching this video, please let me know in the comment section. And if you'd like to see more hair tutorials like this on my channel, please let me know in the comment section. And of course, I think I already gave you guys details on this hair. If you want to order this hair, I'm going to be leaving my details in the description box, so you could contact me either via mail or either by, you know, like a normal phone call. Like, I'm going to be leaving my phone number, my email address in the description box, so you can actually like contact me to like get this hair if you actually like it. I'm also going to be doing a review on this hair. I'm going to be sharing like my thoughts on the quality of this hair, despite the fact that I'm the one selling this hair. I'm going to be giving you guys like my 2 cents on this hair, how I really feel about it. I'm not the producer of this hair. I buy the hair from someone, and I'm just going to be breaking down everything like my honest opinion about the quality of this hair in that video. So if you want to watch that video, I'm gonna be uploading that video after I upload this one, by the grace of Almighty God. So guys, thanks so much for watching this video. And if you want to see more hair tutorials, you know, hair reviews on my channel, let me know in the comment section. If you enjoyed watching this video, please give it a thumbs up, and also you know, just share your thoughts with me in the comment section also. So guys, I'll see you in my next video, and until then, always remember, be bold and have courage. Live a positive life. I love you. Bye. Have a beautiful day. Oh my God, Nicki Minaj is so extra. Like, how does she manage with the flipping, you know? She always does. Please don't break your neck. Bye guys, thanks so much for watching this video, and please subscribe.